Ahoy, ahoy, welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reactions. Mini run? Mini run.
Yeah.
Mini run. So,
slightly spoiled.
Ooh! It's not full-blown spoiled, it's only slightly spoiled.
Yeah.
So, we just finished filming the non-spoiler review on Spider-Man Far From Home. So this is a spoiler review, so we'll try not to repeat ourselves too much. But, man, you forget, when I saw the movie, I kind of forgot Mysterio was a bad guy. At least for a little bit.
I knew it.
What a good turn. That whole bar scene was so good.
What I liked about the bar scene, because with this movie, because, Mysterio, the comic book origin, he's a stuntman, he gets caught, then becomes a villain, is this one where it's like...
They update it?
It's the special effects team,
yep.
And this is their Oscar acceptance speech that they don't get. So this is Jake Gyllenhaal giving... I did love how they do the exposition that way, where it's like, and here's my backstory. I invented barf.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yo, you're the guy who got yelled at by Jeff Bridges.
You know who else that was?
Yeah, Ralphie from The Christmas Story.
That actor is Ralphie from The Christmas Story. I blew somebody's mind when I said that. He's now twice shaved his head into a crown for this role.
Tony Stark built it in a cave!
With sticks! I think he says with sticks. I can't remember.
I love that.
It's a good line.
It is. But I just love that turn, like you said, and because it holds the whole duality of... Not duality, but the complex of like looking, as I said in our regular review, this movie is Marvel almost parodying itself.
And that's how that first hour is legit a Marvel self-parody, to where it's like it feels almost too much like one of their films, to where it's like this is hitting every note, but it's hitting it so much harder than normal, where it's like, oh, you're the hero, we need to help you, which is why I like that it was like one just tiny little like that like stopped it with like the piece of the drone falling off. And then MJ finds it, and they, she figures out he's Spider-Man. She's like, I was only like 60% short, which is another good reveal. Then Ned's there, and then they all start cohorting together. Yep. But oh my god, those Mysterio sequences to where it's like the fantasy thing with the drones.
Oh, that was so good.
So good. And I like how... And I would have liked another one, maybe not as big as the one he does, where he's really got Spider-Man on the ropes, and then like, God, when he gets him hit by that fucking train... Oh, that's rough. It's so rough to watch because it's like, oh, it's reality. Like, literally is bursting through.
Also, I really liked how they're like, they push in the beginning of the film, Tony Stark's dead, and they give, even in death, I'm the hero, the Edith glasses to Peter, and then, like, they really hit the fact of Mysterio kind of looking like Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, kind of like with his armor and all that. And then when he puts him on, I was like, yeah, I know what you were doing, Marvel.
You could have almost had it.
You could have. But, I love that. And as I said in our review, like, I loved Vulture's the better villain because the story, again, these are both villains that are impacted by Tony Stark's actions. But, Vulture worked better as the villain, but in terms of using
the
theatricality and actually using, being a movie character, Mysterio was so much better.
It was really cool to see. The only reason I said I would have liked another small sequence is because they go from
Spider-Man. Get one in the bridge.
But that's what I was saying. You go from Spider-Man not knowing what to do, and then you have him immediately getting the tingle, and then he's like, oh, Spidey tingle. And then his eyes are, that was one of the smartest things to do, like, eyes are closed, and he's just jumping around, like, trusting his instincts, so cool. And then, like, realizing Mysterio was, like, playing him again, and, like, pulling the handgun right as he was shooting him. So many of those little twists, especially at the end of the movie, were just, And then the end of the movie, oh my god, that voice.
Before we get that really quick, I am loving the whole Happy Hogan and Aunt May. I'm totally shipping them.
You're shipping them, but she's not.
Aw, she likes him. She just can't admit it.
Well, she likes him and she can't admit it, and like she's like, oh, we don't need labels, and he's like, oh no, we're a thing. So that's kind of funny.
Because he's insecure.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, so let's get into the two post-credit scenes and how I squealed like a little girl.
I did too. The one that made me so happy.
Actually, okay, I didn't squeal like a girl. This was my face when it was revealed that J.K. Simmons is back as Alex Jones, J. Jonah Jameson. I was like,
what a brilliant! Like, it could have said Alex Jones. It was just like, I like how
DailyBugle.net.
I like how they did. That Marvel. I mean, Kevin Feige. God bless you for listening. Everyone said you can't do
Right.
it. You can't recast it. They tried to do it. Who was it for the Amazing Spider-Man? They never got to J. Jonah?
Nope. He was only mentioned once in an email, but they never casted anything.
But that's the thing. It's just like that man was born much like people say Robert Downey Jr. was born for Tony Stark.
Yes.
J.K. Simmons was born for J. Jonah Jameson. Like, let him have his fun in the 2 DC movies he was in, but he is so good. And I like that. Like, oh man, if they go like full bore making him a right wing nut job, and like that was the little button on the thing was a conspiracy theory video, like. Oh boy, where are we going now?
Right, and then you reveal Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and then
credits.
And then you don't even know if Mysterio's actually dead or not.
I think he's dead.
I don't think he is.
I think he's dead.
I think he's faking it.
I think it was one of those things to where like that was an insurance policy. It was
no, that was always his end game. Was that?
Yeah.
But I think if he could fake being from another dimension and have people lose their minds, then damn it, he could still be alive.
That's fair. I mean, we'll see. But the other end credits scene.
Yeah, where it's revealed that Fury was not Fury.
Yeah, well, this was so speculated for as soon as the Skrulls were announced.
Right, because everyone's been guessing.
Marvel.
At first, I thought it was just going to be Maria Hill was the Skrull. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it was like, oh no, Nick Fury is Ben Mendelsohn. Ben Mendelsohn.
So this is you can go a little bit into this. So it was like Fury's now with the Skrulls, and I'm like
in space.
Cool.
I got 2 theories on it. 2. Number 1, he's out there recruiting heroes.
Okay.
Because both my theories deal with the same fact that he understands that Earth is no longer the big picture. Space is the big picture. He mentions that a couple times in other Marvel movies, especially in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So number 1, he's out there, recruiting superheroes. Maybe that's how you set up the Eternals come out in 2 years.
Yeah, which is that the next one we're getting?
No, next one's Black Widow.
Oh, good point.
So that's theory number 1. Number 2, which is more in line with the comics, is he's setting up SWORD, which is S.H.I.E.L.D., but in space.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could possibly have a secret invasion, but I don't.
I feel like once you establish Skrulls as good guys, you can't really do secret invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's like another subsect of Skrulls that are like out to be bad people.
Right. Which possibility.
But I will say that's why the J. Jonah made me way happier, because it was like, he's in space now, cool. I don't know enough lore for this to be exciting for me.
Well, I think it just sets up for Phase 4.
Yeah.
Which we'll be discussing.
Which we will totally be discussing in the audio portion of today.
Yeah.
Because this is the last video, and got a lot to do. Anything else? Any other spoilers you were like, yay, no.
Like I said, I was really happy with this film.
I liked, Martin Starr, and I can't remember the other actor's name.
J.B. Smoove?
Yep, I like those two as the...
Look, I want to talk to you right now about this. Don't take pictures of people in bathrooms. When they're taking off the clothes, don't take pictures of them.
And I like they played very well off of each other. Especially he was like, I'm not going to be, I can't remember what he said, like, or he wasn't going to be the good guy, or like, he's like, I'm not putting myself in that position.
Not again.
Yeah, something along those lines. And I'm glad they brought Martin Starr back to do a great job with that again, so, yeah.
So, my prediction for the next Spider-Man, Spider-Man No Home.
You think they wipe out New York?
No, not what about New York. He doesn't have a home anymore because he can't be both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He doesn't have that safe spot anymore.
Could be.
Or something along those lines, but that's what I'm going with.
No home.
I
don't want to be alone again. But that's no phone, and that's a cake song. So, clever Eric Muller's right over there.
And some Den Eyes over there.
Those were our Spider-Man Far From Home spoiler thoughts. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those fun
stuff. Slap that like button.
Slap the like button, slap the notifications, do all that fun stuff, because you can do it. Slap, squirt, web on it.
Squid.
Maybe not squirt, web on it. Squid.
Squib, that's how it's written in the comics.
Squib. Oh, squib. All right. I think we're done. Ramble on.
Anchors away.